Hey guys, happy new week, and I hope you guys had a very great weekend. So, yeah, we have this month is gonna end, on Monday, and we're gonna have the monthly close. And it's been a very profitable month for us with our total profit. We're up by over 150% of our account, which is a very amazing and incredible, result to have just within a month. And that's really amazing. So getting to the new week, we're seeing some opportunities in the market, just like the market gave us last week. So we've seen some. So this week we're going to be looking at the USDCHF of the many pairs we're going to be analyzing. So let's get straight into it. So you guys are not new to how we trade the market. We go to the monthly time frame to understand what is happening. We break it down to the daily and the lower time frame to get our entry confirmation. So here's the USDCHF on the monthly time frame. You guys can see we have the four zones right here. We have the upper zone, we have the mean range zone, we have the lower mean range zone, and we have the lower zone. So what is happening right now? Price has crossed into the zone, right? Price made a retest back, and price seemed to be making a push down to the downside. So we could be having a very potential, short trade, bearish direction, looking at the monthly time frame. So let's get to the weekly time frame. Let's understand something, right? We saw price rejected right on this level, right? So it's ideal for us to know why price rejected on this ideal level before we start to talk about the levels price is trading on right now. So we have price actually rejected on the 61.8 Fibonacci of the all push to the downside. Then we had an exhaustion, and we took some very beautiful trade entry opportunities right here, and it's been like making so much sense so far. So let's see what price is doing. Let's narrow down our concentration. So right now we know the prices between this upper mid range zone, the lower mid range zone. So what do? Partition it and break it down into further smaller zones. So we have the first zone, right at the top. Right at the top right here, you can see previous area of resistance was what was broken right here, turned into support before price went back to the 61.8, right, to reject back into this level. Then we have the mid range zone and we have the lower zone, which price is actually trading at. So what do we know for sure? Price is actually starting to make the push to the downside, so we could be seeing a short opportunity right on this trade. But that's not enough for us. We need to look at things even more closer. So now let's look at something, right? So about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, price actually broke this zone to the downside. So what is this telling us? This telling us that we could be having a short opportunity right back to this downward side, right? So that making sense. Let's look for more confirmation as regards to why price is moving to the downside. So we have Fibonacci right here. So 61.8 Fibonacci, we expected it to give us some kind of like rejection right on this level, to the upside, if at all price was going to reject, in as much as we understand the fact that on the monthly time frame, price is actually so bearish, highly bearish, with high momentum being injected into the market, right? So, but then price had broken the 61.8. So it's only ideal for us to identify the 61.8 level, because it's going to mean a loss to us, going forward. So we know something for sure. Price broke the 61.8. Price has broken the whole zone to the downside. You can see the close to the downside. So ideally we haven't a short to the downside, right, for further peeps to the downside. So let's go to the daily time frame to amplify things even further, right? So now the price is now that we know for sure the price may be making the push to the downside, we need to understand that price moves and swings, right? And you really want to be able to get in right when the price is moving and get out when the price is retracing, in as much as you understand the overall bias and overall direction that the prices that the market is going through, right? So one thing I would like us to see on the daily time frame is we have a daily mean range zone, right? So what is the daily mean range zone? We haven't price making up. You can see previous area of sell sensitivity turned buy sensitivity. So let's make this a little different. Right, so we're having this right now. So we know something for sure. So in as much as we understand the price may be moving to the downside. So we've narrowed our focus to understand that we could be taking advantage of this level. And if we see price break this level, then we can now further, take further advantage of the downside. But definitely we are expecting a situation where price is just going to make the push to this level, right? After this level made a very big exhaustion back to this level before price now start to make the very big push at the downside. So what are we trying to do right now? We're trying to take advantage of this levels the price is actually, trading at, right? That we expectation, right? We expect price to trade at this level upon our confirmation, keyword upon key confirmation, right? So now let's move to, before we move to the 4 hours time frame, let's see what price is doing, right? So after price rejected and broke this support level, you can see price has been moving on lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, rejecting basically on the 61.8 level, right? Low exhaustion 61.8, low exhaustion 61.8, low exhaustion 61.8. So let's amplify that further, right, on the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, what do we understand? We understand the price may be actually making a push to this level, right? So we understand the price may come to this level. So let's make sense with what we said. So after this major break, right, from this level, price has been moving on the lower lows and lower highs, right? So now let's look at something, right? After price broke this level, price made a very strong push to this level, but it just didn't make the push like that. It started to move on the lower lows. You can see the lower highs, right? Then the lower lows, right? Then the rejection at the 61.8 level, right? Then this was the next phase of injection that led to this level. So that's our area of concentration I wanted us to see. So after price made the push to this level, remember this is the main range zone we're expecting price to actually break on the weekly time frame. So we saw an exhaustion, and after this exhaustion, what do we have? We have price made the push to this level, right? And after price made the push to this level, we can see an exhaustion right again around the 61.8 level. So apparently we know for sure the price has been following the 61.8 resistance level sequentially and respectively, right? You can see it right here. So what do we know for sure? So let's map these levels out, because this is very important for our trade. So we have the first level right on this level, which is the 61.8 level. So let's identify the 61.8 level out. So we have price rejecting right on the 61.8 level right on this point. Then again, we have price rejecting right here again for last week at the 61.8 level. So what do we know for sure? That price is actually making another key level right here. So instead of that, this level is actually giving us an information that there's a mean range zone right here. What do we mean by mean range zone? Area of sensitivity from price, right? Where prices fund sensitivity more than once, and definitely we're gonna highlight that out so that you guys can see. So what do we have right here? Put it on the line chart. Okay, we have price made the support here. You can see resistance here. Price is coming to make a resistance right here, but then price didn't just start to make to retrace right here. Price got to a level right here, before price actually start the whole rejection. So what does this tells us? So let's actually make this into the lighter green level so that we can understand what we're doing properly. So let's make this also into lighter green, because this is a very big information on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so yeah, so this is a light green level right here. So let's make this, let's take it to the upside. Yeah, beautiful. So we have a perfect, so apparently we have a very perfect levels right on this point. So when you look at this critically, this is telling us right now the price is actually within 3 zones, right? So after this first phase of injection, right here, which rejected at the 61.8, we saw another injection, right here, right, which broke this key level, the bigger blue levels, which is of course the the weekly mean range zone. And after that, what do we have right here? We have price actually coming back to make the third injection right here. So what we've simply done is we've strategically pinpoint areas where price is actually making an injection of the bearish entry into the market. knowing full well that from the monthly time frame price is bearish, weekly time frame price is bearish. So what we wanted to do on the daily time frame is to understand things better so that we could come to the 4 hours time frame to know the next phase of the bearish injection so that we can actually up and on the right. So now that we figured that out, what do we know for sure? We understand that after price made a push, so let's map out the structure out. Push, right, to this blue zone. We had a rejection because, of course, this old zone right here is a very strong zone. Then we saw another push. We broke this zone right to this level, to this support level. And after price broke this zone, you can see price making exhaustion. So price is literally turning the previous area of support into a resistance by following the mid-range zone. So what do we know for sure? Price is rejecting now on the 61.8 Fibonacci level, right? So definitely, if we could have a rejection here, which obviously before market close, the last 4 hours candlestick is giving us a very bearish indication of the bears are in the market, then we could be having the next phase of the push to this downside. So now, how do we know our target if price should move, as according to how we want it? This is going to be a perfect example of AB equals to CD level. So CD level is definitely going to be somewhere around this spot right here. So we have a very pure AB level equals to CD level right here. So this is going to be our exit target right here. So what are we going to be looking for an entry? Now you can see the face of you can see the bearish injection right here into the market right at 61.8. So definitely upon the price upon market opening, we could be having even more retracement right to this level. Then we can now be having the next phase of the push it downside. So what is our setup for this pair? Our setup for this pair is going to be simple, right? We're expecting price to actually make a push to this level to complete the CD level of the AB level you just started. So this is the A to B, B to C retracement, and C to D level right here. So that being said, let's indicate that. Let's indicate that so that we can actually understand what we're doing. So this is the A level right here. We have the B level, the A to B extension push impulsive level, then the B to C retracement level right here, the B to C retracement level right here, and of course we are anticipating to the C to D level upon the market opening. So now that it seems like we've had a very perfect trade right on this level, let's look at for our risk reward. So if we could have a retracement right to this level, we can execute. Our trade is fit for execution right on this level with stop loss right above this level to give us about 51 pips in risk. And right here, if price ETP, we're looking at 130 pips, in reward. So that's over 1:2.4 risk reward, which makes this trade a very perfect trade. So this is what we're going to be looking at on USDCHF this week. And fundamentally, the USD is really getting weaker. Last week we could see the appreciation in the USD, which is really not, which really doesn't have a deep fundamental backing. But this week the fundamentals, the news on the news data which are lined up showing clearly that the USD might be weak, and this week, and definitely we're going to be looking at that. So we are gonna be waiting for the market opening, wait for further exhaustion, or just enter anyways, and we're expecting price to make the C to D completion. Thank you guys so much. If you like the video analysis that we make week in week out, you can subscribe to our YouTube at No Bad Trade Forex. Join us on Instagram at No Bad Trades, and you can subscribe to our free Telegram channel where we give value week in week out at No Bad Trades on Telegram as well. Thank you guys so much. Like, comment, and share to your friends, and I wish you guys a very beautiful week ahead. Thank you.